what it turns into. Because at the end of the day, it just hits like 8 people, 16 at best of like however many people that didn't pay anything get in, and I'm just like, man, resources galore, but like, what's happening? It's weird to think about. There's just a lot of money out there. Like, you're smashing them.
Yeah, and the whole world tour coming out and all that.
I'm so a lot of people, I mean, I like DNA because I can just talk about anything. It'll be okay as long as Chris says it's okay.
Dude, you could say anything you want, man. This is a, you know.
Now, hold on.
I don't know about anything. But, so I work at I started a new job recently where I work at a COVID vaccination site. So I have been able to see firsthand how the vaccine rollout has been going on, and realistically, like, it's been going fantastic. Like, my site has only been active for a little bit over, I think, a month now, and already they've administered over like 40,000 vaccines. So, like, and we get like two like 800 to 2K done per day. So realistically, I think the vaccine rollout is going really well. So honestly, I'm pretty optimistic for offline coming back at some point in some capacity this year, where it's not frowned upon and you won't get yelled at for attending a 16-man local. Long Islanders, I'm talking to you. Stop doing that. Get vaccinated, then come back.
If there's anything that I can be self-assured in at the state of our current government, it's the vaccine rollout has been pretty good.
It's been pretty good, yeah. Like, it hasn't, like, I've been seeing people of all walks, like teachers, essential workers, like medical workers, social workers, like all types of people coming through. So it's not just like, and I'm pretty sure it'll be opened up to like the general public eventually. Plus, everyone's got some medical thing, and I know they just added a whole bunch of eligibility for. So if you've got some medical issue or something, go get vaccinated. See if you can, because
please do.
It can be for like most things too. Like if you've got asthma or something, go try to get vaccinated. Anyway,
it's I mean, PSA, vaccines are cool, but also
get those things.
they're pretty good. Science is amazing.
Oh yeah.
But also, speaking kind of loosely based on transitions of science, we got the Beast ZSS, and yet another ZSS to be seen.
He is everyone their mom saw WebGP and they were like, yo, I can do it too. I can. That doesn't work, Joel. That doesn't work, bro.
You can't go stun into stun.
I mean, he's trying, dude. That was creative.
Joel is a multi-character specialist. He's got a good sense of like advantage state and, dare I say, fundamentals. He just brings also a very unique style of gameplay to literally every character he touches, and he's not afraid to counterpick.
He just plays like a madman.
Yeah, he's insane. He's an insane person. I will not disagree with that in any metric.
There's a way to mash.
Like, what the hell?
There's a calculated way to mash, and it happens to a lot of players where you're just like, oh, I know what buttons to hit. Oh, I'm just gonna hit them all in rapid sequence. And some characters gonna do that, and that's usually the characters that Beast ends up playing. I mean,
oh my God,
need I say more? Need I?
What?
He did the thing, dude.
What did he do? He did the thing
Up there.
He did the thing that ZSS is like here. Like, look at this.
Yo, what game is this?
Now let's see what he reset.
Wow, that was a stellar ladder. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was pretty
awesome.
good, man.
The Nair to start it up, that was OD.
I don't know what to say.
So this wasn't true, but he did get a pretty sick reset on the platform.
That was dope. Damn, BCOGs just didn't press a button. I feel like he could have hydrated out of that.
There was a window from when he landed up air and had to fast forward a platform, then full hop to continue the up air. That window, if it's not, like, I think within a couple of frames, you can air dodge and you can act out. Mm-hmm. But he did not, and the rest of it from there was true.
It's weird, because as Pac-Man, you want to be pressing those buttons,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Frame all kinds of cool buttons you can press. And you just chose to press nothing, so you're just going to explode for that. I gotta say, I'm impressed with how Joel is managing spacing, Joel being Beast. Like, Beast is not holding forward, really, with this character. He's kind of just waiting in place for BCOGs to, like, approach him. Or just, like, run into his own stuff. Like, he's not trying to rush down or, like, tunnel vision. Like, he's waiting for his punishes, which is pretty impressive, because, like, ZSS is hella fast, so most people's first instinct is to just blaze ahead. So if you can keep a cool head and just like win the war of attrition, like you'll get your big punish or your cheese, you know?
Yeah, ZSS can poke you infinitely with her whip, the side B, the Zair, and all that good stuff. But then she can also just run up, couple pokes. Maybe that starts a combo. It doesn't. Buy him all the way across the stage.
Yeah, it's insane.
She's got some speed, and she does it all in heels. It's very impressive.
I know, that's actually insane. There's a TikTok that's been going around recently of just this girl who's just sprinting in high heels on different surfaces like ice, snow, gravel. I'm like, how?
Do
and then someone quote retweeted it and said, "What is she training for, and why hasn't she warned us about it yet?"
I love it.
So I'm getting word from Beast that the game was not going that swimmingly. That game one, but sometimes you just have to move ahead if you get the W. Just keep pressing with the W and just move on. Just do what you gotta do and move on to the next round.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully nothing goes completely awry, and technical issues can kind of spread very quickly. But fingers crossed.
Also wanted to mention that WebJP fanboy account is one set up now. They've advanced the next round.
I want to know who did this.
I want to know who it is.
It had to be Shinji. To try and set up WebJP against WebJP fan account for
could happen.
Winner side top 16.
WebJP, if WebJP fanboy wins his next set and Web wins his current set and then the one after that, they will have to fight.
Yeah. And Web eats snakes for like breakfast. So
I remember Melee TOs used to do that a lot, where they would rig pools matches to be like interesting. Like I remember they had like Leffen versus Leffen's Ego one time, Scar versus like Mufasa, or Scar versus Simba.
What about the last Smash Con, Leffen and Salem?
Yeah, that one was crazy too.
Oh yeah, that's.
Gimmer was popping off so hard at the prospect of that match. As
Collusion.
That was content.
And I was like, all right, bro.
Up through? Why didn't he just back through?
Type set though.
What the heck?
I'm of the opinion that Salem would have won if he stuck Snake, but then he didn't.
I think he would have. I think he kind of threw by going hero and character changing.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the content, but...
The thing is, he doesn't really throw for content ever. I don't know. Salem is a mystery to me as a player.
It wasn't for content, but it was to prove a point, which for Twitter is content.
He definitely proved a point that day.
He did prove a point.
I don't know if it was the one he intended to prove, but anyway, what is?
He's kind of getting.
PlayerD now is the tag. I didn't realize it wasn't BCogs, but we're on this Dark Pit now, and Dark Pit's kind of chefing so far.
Oh no!
Dark Pit, good character.
But then sometimes Pit does that.
Sometimes Pit cannot be working. And I don't know if Beast was ready for this. Just quite. Thing about Joel, I feel like he doesn't watch VODs of the new characters he tries to play. I feel like he just does his own style, and does what he's seen other players do, or just try to reinvent the wheel sometimes. And it works really well because some players just don't expect it sometimes. Other times I feel like it works against him because he won't know what to do, like defensively or in disadvantage or something like that. And then things like this might happen.
Yeah, he simplifies his own mentality pretty easily, but when it can come to a character that has, at the very least, some levels of finesse, like ZSS does require a little bit of. You can't just. She's not a completely like pick up and play character. She does have some things that aren't like as easy to, like, just hit, like flip kick. But
I managed trying to space this time around.
I mean, he's down a whole stock. He's got to start somewhere, and luckily those techs are still there.
PlayerD doing a good job of holding this lead, mixing in these arrows in between the middle just to like get the damage off. That was silly. Oh my god! Oh my god!
He didn't need to grab. He could have used his frame 5 down smash and just been fine. But okay, sure.
Oh, wow, that killed on town of all maps too.
We just watched a game.
That was a game of Smash Brothers. We are here to digest and dissect the gameplay that you are watching. And let me tell you, it's Joel has also been reporting lag throughout the match, but I don't know where both of these players are from. I'm sure I can look that up very easily.
Yeah.
PlayerD is from Littleton, Colorado, and Joel is from Philly. So
Oh. Okay.
a little bit of distance, but I feel like not like an absurd amount of distance.
Yeah, it's Western Midwest, so Western Midwest.
Huh. Really makes you think.
Sorry, sometimes I just say words.
That's what we're here for. We're here to say words.
Yeah. Imagine having a filter. Could not be me. Cheers, everybody.
Sometimes I wish I had it, but other times
Always do.
it's just not like that. Sometimes we shoot first and then ask questions later.
If you even bother asking questions later. Well, hopefully they can get these. What seems like not only lag but controller shenanigans together, like duct tape or grit and spit.
There's some nightmares. I see Glenn in the chat. Hello, Glenn. I miss you, Glenn. I miss seeing Glenn's face at tournaments and dapping him up and then hear him say some ludicrous shit in the venue.
Rest in peace. The Mario Kart Sundays, the Nintendo circuit. That was a ride.
That was a good run. 50. I wish I could have entered one of them, but I am bad at Mario Kart in comparison to the greater public. So I can beat my friends, but you put me in a competitive environment, I'll probably get smoked. I don't know anything about that meta.
I don't have a driver's license, so my level of
I cannot drive.
I cannot. I can't wire my brain to realize how to drive in a game, in real life, in a go-kart. Like, no, can't do it. I will walk. Thanks.
I will walk. I mean, you live in the city.
Oh yeah, and North Jersey has NJ Transit, and I can take that into subway. So
you're big chillin'.
Public transportation, I love you, but also, why can't we have really good public transportation?
Oh, especially when we live in the area where public transportation might be the most important. I mean, it's probably important everywhere, but I feel like in tri-state, you need to be able to get places. There's way too many places to not be able to get to those places.
And even in the point of where scheduling is so important in just modern day functionality, that you can't take a risk sometimes on things like traffic, but you also can't take a risk on man, I hope my train's on time.
Yeah, it's just for real.
It's trying to flip a coin of which to do, and it will almost always land right dead center. It's well, I guess I can never win. Alas.
So I see player 4 and losers already. Reggie, if you're listening and you are about to DQ like you do out of every bracket, I will hurt you. I will come over to your house. I live 10 minutes away from Reggie. I will come to his house and I will clap him.
It's kind of the classic.
Stop DQing out of losers, Reggie. I know you play Peach online. I get it. It's okay.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It can be hard.
I understand.
Becox, he's currently doing some technical errors, so just hold on for a brief moment. We appreciate your patience, whether you like it or not.
Let's see. So bracket right now, I'm actually noticing some crazy stuff already. PK Andy taking it over Noku 2-0. First of all, Nest players, can we be a little more creative with our gamer tags, please? No. Can you not put PK at the, I don't care how much you love Earthbound. Nest doesn't even learn PK moves that much. He's got PK rockin'. That's it. Maybe PK flash as well. He doesn't learn a lot of those moves. Why are we putting that in our tags, first of all? Not all of you can be psychokinetic.
He says it a lot, bro.
He does say it a lot in the game, that's true.
PK this, PK that.
But why do they all have PK in their tags?
It's shout outs to Paula, the real hero of the story. I've never played Earthbound. I'm gonna be real with you. I just know the jokes of Ness uses a whole bunch of common items like yo-yos and baseball bats and stuff, and it's actually Paula that brings out the real black mage shit.
I would recommend playing Earthbound for sure. It is
Oh, yeah.
definitely it is an experience. I will say it'll probably be one of the most unique gaming experiences you'll ever have. In gameplay, you really don't see a lot different from most RPGs, but in terms of experiences, that game is a trip. That game is a trip and a half.
Yeah, I've definitely just in my like I'm interested in game design. What happens here? The way that Earthbound does two things, it were really what stuck out in terms of how it transferred over then into Mother 3 and into RPGs in general. Is it played more towards the individual experience rather the experience of the moments of the characters and the player rather than just the sheer gameplay mechanics. And two, the rolling damage system was very
That shit is crazy. That
crazy.
shit is so cool. That saves so much
Yeah.
like shit in that game.
Like being able to still act while you are physically dying is really
it's crazy.
interesting.
It's definitely a game changer too. You need it to in that game for sure.
Yeah.
Some characters can just rock you. Got a couple of DQs, nothing too unlikely for Wi-Fi brackets. You know, sometimes you got stuff to do.
Oh, is in here. That's his Steve coming through.
Yo, he's been popping off.
He's been doing things.
Steve has been on the rise. Like, there was a little bit of a drop off after Aaron kind of like stopped grinding Steve as hard.
Right.
After he did his Aaron thing, where he got really, really good with a character off the bat and developed the beginning of their meta, and then decided,
I'm
I don't
done.
want to play with you anymore.
Dropping. Yeah, has he like really dropped like every DLC character and always gone back to Diddy
pioneered
Kong?
Inkling, he pioneered Joker, he pioneered Steve. Just drops them all and opting for being a really good Diddy player.
I guess Diddy kind of plays a lot of neutral, so
He good.
yeah.
Aaron's got some good fundies. In bracket, I'm not seeing anything else too out of the ordinary. I just wish people would check in for their tags so I can rant and rave about how good of a player they are. Cowie taking it over
Nikolai
Luna. Well, that's a pretty decent upset, I'd say.
Oh, that's the PK Andy, right? They took it over Noku.
Oh yeah, and then we also got Kawhi. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your tag. Taking it over Lunas, who's like a pretty good player as well, if it's the correct Lunas I'm thinking about. But yeah, we're seeing a good amount of DQs, which is, you know, par for the course for any.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
Also, all my boys are in losers round one right now. Guys, Manny, Reggie, Connor, what is going on? What is going on? Munel, loses round one. Player 4, loses round one. Gutbuster, loses round one. What's happening, boys?
I'm just
What's going on today?
all my eggs are in the basket of seeing WebJP take on WebJP fam.
That's what I want.
I want that the
Wait,
most.
is Webb entered on his
Web
own?
is
Yeah.
entered.
Oh,
Web is
he's
also checked in.
Nice.
Pool 2
Yeah,
and about the middle.
I'm reluctant to feature people in titles until I see like who actually is here. And sometimes I can't tell
Right.
until like because I've had times where I feature people and then like the first 4 names just aren't even there and I feel silly.
WebJP fanboy's up a game too, so there's a very real
gosh.
possibility that WebJP
Oh my
fanboy could be facing off against his idol.
Yeah, and my soul is crushed as the Armadillo has DQ'd.
And I'm sad. Armadillo is such a treat to watch.
I love it. I love every moment
He's
of it.
just so aggressive. So aggressive.
He does a lot of that you don't see from typical Lucario play. Like Lucario's trying to be like,
All of them camp. All of them camp except for Armadillo, I feel like. Armadillo just throws himself at you and he's like, if I hit you, I will do damage to you. If you hit me, I will do more damage to you.
yeah, it's
The rest
a
of them
different.
play really passively, as if
It's-
they get touched, they explode.
It's kind of a different train of thought from how Jada plays Lucario, who's all about like
Jada's insane, dude.
Jada's insane, but
He's crazy. That
he's
dude.
very much about like movement, while Armadillo wants to put you in tech situations. So that's why he goes for back throw a lot and F tilt, things like that. Anyway, I hope to talk about that, but alas.
I hope the issues between these two have been sorted out. Between
Yeah.
PlayerD and Beast. Beast sticking with DSS. I guess today is just another day for Joel to go, I want to have fun today. Because Joel, Beast is definitely a huge grinder when it comes to online tournaments. This man is in a bracket like every day. He is the embodiment of the hustle, and I want to see him. I want to see that all come to fruition when offline finally returns, because he has not taken a break. He has been one of the only players, I feel like, from Philly who has been day in, day out grinding the hell out of this game. And I don't blame the rest of them. Online kind of sucked. But if you can make it work for you and get substantial practice out of it, you're golden. You're chilling. You're gonna be a leg up with a taunt.
Yeah,
Awesome PlayerD coming out.
there's definitely been some taunting back and forth, whether from just kind of the circumstance of the game. But I do like how, okay.
Okay. The issue was apparently Beast's controller kept disconnecting, and he's using Pro Controller, and now this is happening. Oh, they're lag testing now. Okay.
Oh, okay. Is it lag test now?
Can you call that after first? I don't know. I'll leave it to the TOs. I'm
You
not.
can-
I don't even get in the middle of this stuff.
I'm
So-
not touching it.
That's
I don't
So
wanna do
as far as I know, the lag tests can be called
At any point.
at any point so long as the set is not over.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does not change the if you played it out to the end, it does not change the result of the games prior. So games 1 and 2 will still be 1 and 1. But since he SD'd this game, I don't know if that will mean game 3 is set and he'll have to go, or if he's calling lag test mid-game. That is where I'm not quite sure on.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll leave it up to the capable hands of the Collision Series team.
Yeah. Good.
I am
Good
not
luck,
Theo.
Smile.
I'm a man who definitely good luck. Smile. I love Smile. Smile's such a. My friend Noah says it a ton too.
It's a good one. I like it a lot.
Good one. It's really funny. Bracket progressing quite nicely so far. So WebJP fanboy account has successfully made it to winners finals or winners whatever of the pool.
So excited.
Slated to make top 16. WebJP is also up a game on Shadowman Twitch.tv. So
Do you guys know Shadow Man?
I do not.
So
I
Shadow
know
Man is a
Shadow
New
Man.
Jersey player. He used to like occasionally come out during like Smash 4 tournaments and
That's cool.
plays like I know Ultimate Online. I think he plays Snake, but I'm pretty sure he's like
He's playing Snake
Mario
today.
or
From what it
Olimar or
seems.
something. I don't know. He used to play like someone above that.
Yeah, he's playing Snake today, which is cool.
Shadowman TTV. I assume he has a Twitch. He's entered nothing as of recently, but you know, he's coming out. It's kind of, I guess, on brand.
He's entered a couple of collision. He's entered some tri-state events, so definitely a very in-region homie from what I'm noticing.
It's pretty hype. Oh, I just closed
Yeah,
that
yeah.
tab. I should not have done that.
I love seeing the support in region.
Yeah, just like local heads that come out and show off. Maybe not entering every event, but when they do, they're like, "Oh, wait! Like, yeah, he's a player. He might have been just grinding offline, like just hitting training mode if he does, or nothing if he doesn't." Yeah, it's pretty hype.
So
Hi,
no other
Hi, Action
wave-
John. It's me.
No other waves being made so far. MRW going to be taking it 2 over Mr. Zircon's Byleth, the excellent Incineroar player. So we might be seeing some crazy Incineroar gameplay later on. The game plays
The game.
Lucario is fighting Remzi right now, and they're 1-1. I believe Remzi is the one from MDVA. He is, okay.
Yeah. God, I really want to cast some Lucario after today. I just want to talk about how cool this character is for like 45 minutes. The game won't go that long, but
Canada just has good Lucarios, apparently. So the game beat Player 4, and now they're one. Now they're 1-1 with Remzi, which is kind of crazy. So we might have a little bit of a hidden boss man coming
that's
out.
right. Characters gotten a bit of a renaissance recently, just in terms of a couple of lab monsters like Yume did some combo theory on a bunch of stages and a bunch of like platform setups. Lucario's just got better at Aurasphere confirms, doing instead of just Aurasphere back air, they're doing more like Aurasphere up air to catch DI in, or
Dude,
do
that is crazy.
do more get kills earlier by going Aurasphere charge into jump Aurasphere charge, let it ride, jump back air, which will kill it like 70 and with the proper amount of aura.
Chris, I'm so
I
sad. Are we
know.
not streaming WebJP versus
I
WebJP?
don't
fanboy?
know what's going on. Honestly,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
please
this
do.
set. I'm
Can you
pretty sure
hold
this-
that match up so we can watch?
Please.
I'm pretty sure this set is done.
Yeah, okay. Looks like Beast has officially DQ'd
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So
That's what I'm